Hey there, guitar heroes. Eric Andres, your Guitar Sage here, and today what we're going to do is go over some definitions that you must know as a guitar player. As a beginner, for sure you got to watch this video. If you're an intermediate or advanced guitar player, if you don't know these definitions, you ain't an intermediate or advanced guitar player. You need to know these definitions, so you may want to watch this anyhow, just to make sure that you've got your bases covered and you got no holes in your playing, okay? Now, here we go. I'm going to go over these. I specifically made a document that you can find at YourGuitarSage.com, or better yet, the link below you can find is the first 30 lessons that I teach all my students here in Nashville. It's free. Click the link. There's no tricks or anything. So check that out there, and actually there's where you can download it at YourGuitarSage.com. I got a ton of other stuff, but make sure that you go to the first 30 lessons that I teach all students, okay? So here we go. So here are some of the definitions that one is going to need to know, first off, okay? Before anything else, these are the ones. So first off, half step and a whole step. Half step is the distance between one fret and the next, okay? If we were playing piano, it would be one key to the next. Even if you went from a black key to a white key, it's the very next one that's over. Very important that you know that, because when we talking about the major scale and that sort of thing, and we say whole step, half, whole, half, we need to know that it's constructed like this, you know, or across the notes, across the fretboard like that. So a half step is one fret, from one fret to the next, and a whole step is two half steps, or one whole step would be two frets. Okay, that's the distance between those two. Very important to know that, okay? And the distance between two notes is called an interval. Okay, just like an interval of time, an interval is the distance between two notes, okay? Again, you can download this at that link below. Make sure you check that out. Okay, sharp and flat. So a sharp is when we raise a pitch, and a flat is when we lower a pitch. We can use this as a verb, we can use it as an adjective, or as a noun. So we can say that is an A sharp, or that's an A flat, okay? Similarly, we can say that string is slightly sharp, or that string is slightly flat. Think of sharp is going up, flat, think pressing down a balloon, okay? Major scale. Major scale is the #1 scale that everyone should know. I have videos for this in the free 30 lessons. It's in there, but it's the #1 scale that everyone should know, because we relate everything in music to the major scale, okay? Doesn't matter the genre of music. Everything is based off of the major scale, so make sure that you check that out. Even blues music or classical music or whatever, it is all based off of that. Trust me when I say that. Okay, we said what an interval is. A chord. A chord is 3 or more notes played at the same time together, okay? So this could be 3 people singing at once, be 3 dogs barking at once. Those are notes. It could be a guitar playing, it could be me doing this, it could be me doing this. That's a chord because it's 3 or more notes. It doesn't have to make sense, it doesn't have to sound good. This is a chord, okay? That's a chord, that's a chord, that's a chord. It doesn't have to sound good, it's just 3 or more notes. Does that make sense? I think I just spit. That's okay. You're protected through the magic of YouTube here. So chord is 3 or more notes played together. That's why we can play a 5-note chord or a 6-note chord, and it's still a chord because it's 3 or more notes, okay? An arpeggio is a broken chord or a chord where the notes are played separately, so like this. So I'm just taking a chord, it's a C chord, but I'm playing the notes separately. By the way, finger picking is one of the lessons that I have in that free series, so make sure you check it out if you like finger picking. Okay, major chord, we'll go over that, and we'll go over the minor chord, and that'll be it for this video. So major chord is a chord that's made of the 1, the 3, and the 5 of the major scale. If that went over your head just now, that's okay, because I'm going to show you that in other videos, either in that series, some videos here on YouTube. But basically, we're taking the 1 from the scale. So if we're in the key of G, we're taking the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we're taking the 1, 3, 5. If we take those 3 notes, 1, 3, 5, and we put them together, 1, 3, 5, then we get our G major chord. If we put more 1s and 3s and 5s, then we can get bigger sounding major chords. And we can get different forms of those chords all over the neck, okay? A minor chord is when we have a 1, flat 3, 5. So we're taking the 3, we're lowering it a half step. Remember we said flat is when we lower something. So we're taking that 3, we're lowering it a half step. So in the case of here, we have a 1, 5, 1, 3. Then what I would do is I'd take that 3 and I would lower it a half step. And now we have a minor sounding chord. Major, minor. It's a little bit sadder sounding, the minor one. All right, my friends, that's all that we're going to be talking about here. And the reason that I'm telling you these is because this is going to be some of the definitions that you got to know in order to really get around those first 30 lessons. Now, if you want to come visit me in Nashville and we spend 30 weeks and you spend several $100s, come on down to Nashville. I'd love to see you. I teach one-on-one still. Or you can watch it for free if you live in India or in some other part of the world. Take advantage of that. It's free. When I say free, you don't have to pay anything. If you don't like it, you get 10 times your money back. Yeah. Do the math. All right. Hey, let me know how I can help. I'm on Twitter and Facebook and all that good stuff. Comments below. I answer them most of the time if I'm not teaching. Please spay and neuter your animals. Be kind to one another and don't trust the man. Thumbs up and subscribe if you like this. See ya.